welcome back to News Geelong as we head into the world of Geelong sport. Avalon Speedway is looking to the skies as it hopes for a large crowd tomorrow night for the running of the 2010 Fireball Derby. After its worst start to a speedway season in its 35-year history, due to the unpredictable weather, everyone involved in the world of speedway is keen for a run, and tomorrow night we'll see a great field for the feature event, the Fireball Derby, as well as the Essendon Ford Sprint Car Premiership. As a consequence of very little racing at Avalon, it should be a night of evenly contested events. Interstate drivers such as Sydney's Darryl Campbell and South Australians Dylan Jenkin, Andrew Cox and the speedy Daniel Pesca will also be in the mix tomorrow night. The public gates open at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, with racing getting underway at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. So, be there. And now to the Flying Hawk, Nathan Curry, for his Hot Sports Report tonight. Over to you, Nathan.
Thank you very much, Rawlo. I'm at the Barwon Sports Academy Awards night for 2010, and I'm not a very happy man. If you all remember back at the Geelong and District Coaches Association's award night, I managed to take home a bottle of Shardy and a nice hat in their raffle, and in tonight's raffle I came away with absolutely nothing. Even went C31, thought that was a nice omen. Might have to try D44 next time. Anyway, I caught up with the Lead Troop Award winner, Jacinta Carroll. That's the highest award a BSA athlete can win, and I caught up with her to find out more. Now, you probably don't want to talk about yourself too much, but just run us through a few of your achievements as why you would win the Lead Troop Award.
Well, this year, recently, I actually, during Year 12, went to America, and US Masters is invitational only, so top 4 in the world get to go. And I was lucky enough to go over there and win that event, which I find the most prestigious event in the world, and break the record that stood for, I think, 7 years now. So, and the weekend following that, actually, unofficially broke the junior world jump record by jumping 47.8 metres. So to be ranked #1 in Australia and to have the biggest jump by a junior girl in the world, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, it's a fair effort. Was it hard to juggle Year 12 as well?
Oh, definitely. I did so much homework over there, up every morning at 6 a.m. studying before I skied, and then arriving home, I got off the plane at 9, was at school by 10 and didn't leave school that night till 7:30. And then, was getting tutoring and everything before my exams because it was just flat out trying to juggle my training and my schooling.
How much do you train a week?
In summer, 6 days a week, have 1 day rest, so today's my rest. That's why I was able to come to tonight for the first time. But 4 skis a day, 6 days a week.
And what's your plans for 2011?
I'm actually moving up to Port Macquarie just until the end of April, so hopefully I'll be selected for the Australian senior team to go to Russia for Worlds, and the Australian under-21 team, which has Worlds in France in August.
Well, congratulations and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Well, the TAC Community Award went to young gymnast Abby Weaver, and I caught up with her to find out why she was so deserving of the award. Well, Abby, you've won the Community Award. What sort of things do you do in the community?
Well, I did GAFA, which is Gravedale Arts Festival for All, and I helped it run Geelong.
And what about your sport? You keen on the gymnastics?
Yeah.
What sort of achievements have you got in that sport so far?
I came 20th overall at Victorian State Championships.
That's a fair effort. And what have you got planned for next year in gymnastics?
Not really sure, but I'm going to be competing at State 7.
We'll have to keep an eye on you. Thanks for your time. Finally tonight we caught up with the BSA CEO, Cameron Loftus, to find out what he thought of 2010 for his academy. Well, Cameron, what have you thought of the night? Good event?
Oh, it's been fantastic, Nathan. The idea of tonight was just a celebration of the year for the athletes and all the work from the board, from all the staff and program managers, coaches and all the sponsors, the City of Greater Geelong and all the councils in our area who support us. It's just a culmination of all that. Partnership with the Geelong Addies is fantastic. That's a really nice addition from our point of view, and the Geelong Addy have been super supporters of junior sport, and I know they're making a really big focus in that area, so that can only be good for us and what we're trying to do.
And what about the year overall? What have you thought of the athletes in 2010?
Yeah, I must say I was listening to all the achievements and I was a bit, you're a bit overwhelmed. It's nice, you're working with them day to day, and a lot of them you see they're just small kids in some instances, but the achievements and when you go through lot of them representing Australia. We've got some world champions amongst them. Over 50% representing Victoria country, and there's a real pathway there now in Geelong that has been set up over the last few years. So fantastic.
Will it grow at all in 2011? Is there plans to bring in more sports?
Oh, absolutely. I've just had there's a lot of energy tonight, and just in response from other sports and people involved. We're already talking with tennis comes in next year. We're already talking with other sports, and there's ones that I'd like to target because I know we can help some of the athletes within the region. We've got strong connections with the VIS, and there's a really great opportunity. So we'll keep fostering it. Yes.
That's it for News Geelong Sport this week. I think the Geelong Football Club's about to kick us out of the Fred Flanagan room. Thanks for their lovely hospitality, and hopefully next awards night I get to come away with the raffle prize. It's back to you in the studio, Rullo, and I'll see you all next Wednesday night.
Thank you, Nathan. You have a good and safe weekend. Turning to the Geelong weather. Well, it's certainly been difficult to say the least. Now looking ahead, tomorrow Saturday we'll see possible showers with a low of 10, moving to a top of 20 degrees. On Sunday, possible showers will continue with a low of 12 and also a top of 20. Starting next week on Monday, mostly sunny with a low of 9 and a top of 22. On Ladies Bowls Day Tuesday, rain developing with a low of 10 and a top of 28. Wednesday, rain with a low of 17 and a top of 23. Today, we saw showers clearing to a fine day with a low of 11 and a top of 19. Bring on summer. Thank you for being with us on News Geelong this evening. Remember Sandra Dawson, take your time and smell the flowers. From all the team at News Geelong, have a safe and enjoyable weekend and a very good night.